Good morning class 10. In the last video we had discussed about the properties of acid. In this video I'll explain you about the properties of bases, the chemical properties of bases and some other properties of acid and bases. Okay? We had discussed previously we had discussed the physical properties of bases, like there were three physical properties, that was bases are bitter in taste, bases are soapy to touch and bases turns red litmus to blue. Okay? These were the physical properties of bases. Now today we discuss about the chemical properties of bases, as we had already discussed some chemical properties of acid. See, you can see here there are two chemical properties that we discuss in the bases. First, reaction of bases with metals and the reaction of bases with non-metallic oxide. Okay? First you can see here, when active metals, again I will let you know, active metals means the metals which are present above hydrogen in the reactivity series are called active metals. So when reactive metals strong with the strong bases such as alkalis. Alkalis means the bases which are soluble in water. So when active metal reacts with the strong bases, they form salt and liberate hydrogen gas. Why am I telling alkalis only? Because weak bases do not react easily with the metals. So here you can see, when strong bases such as alkali, when reacts with the zinc, it forms sodium zincate and liberates hydrogen gas. This is the formula of sodium zincate. Similarly, when aluminium reacts with NaOH, okay, then it will form sodium aluminate and liberate hydrogen gas. Out of these two, this reaction is important, that zinc with NaOH, ये बहुत पूछी जाती है, so you have to learn this. What happens? So when any active metal reacts with the bases, they liberate hydrogen gas. Next is reaction with non-metallic oxide. As we had discussed in the properties of acid, that metallic oxides were basic in nature, so they, when reacts with the acid, they release water and salt. Similarly, you can see here, non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Non-metallic oxides such as carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, these all are acidic in nature. How we come to know whether they are acidic or basic? Actually, when this carbon dioxide combined with the water, it forms H2CO3, which is known as carbonic acid. Okay? So when it is dissolving in water, it is forming acid. Similarly, when sulfur dioxide combined with water, it forms sulfurous acid. Okay? So all dissolving in water, these type of substance, these oxides are forming acid. That means these oxides are acidic in nature. So non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. So when they react with base, because they are acidic, so when they react with base, it forms salt and water. So you can see here, when carbon dioxide combined with NaOH, it forms Na2CO3 plus water. So when non-metallic oxides combined with the bases, they form salt and water. One more example, when sulfur dioxide combined with NaOH, they also form Na2CO3, that is a salt, and water. Okay? So these are the two main chemical properties of bases, that is reaction with the non-metallic oxides and the reaction with metals. Now we'll come to the next topic, that is what is common in all acids and bases. That means what is the property that is common in acids and bases. So what is common in this? We had discussed previously that they both show ionization. That means they both dissociates in water to produce ions. ठीक है, इसी के बेसिस पे हम एसिड्स को स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड और वीक एसिड में क्लासिफाई करते हैं और बेसिस को स्ट्रॉन्ग बेसिस और वीक बेसिस में क्लासिफाई करते हैं. हाउ? व्हाट आर स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड्स? The acids which completely ionized in water. Ionization का मतलब है when acids get dissolved in water, they form ions. That's called ionization. Okay? So the acids which completely ionized in water and produces large amount of H plus ion are called strong acids. Example, HCl, H2SO4, HNO3. Okay? Similarly, the acids which partially ionized. Partially ionized का मतलब है they do not release completely all H plus ions in water. They release few amount of H plus ion. So it will be the acids which partially ionized in water and produces less amount of H plus ions are called weak acids. Example, acetic acid, citric acid, that means all type of organic acid would be considered as weak acid. Okay? Similarly, if we talk about strong base and weak bases, so the bases which completely ionized in water and produces large amount of OH minus ion are called strong bases, such as alkalis, NaOH, KOH, even calcium hydroxide. This would be considered as strong base. But the bases which ionize in water to very small extent, बहुत थोड़ा सा आयोनाइज होते हैं and they produce very less amount of OH minus ion, they would be considered as weak bases. Example, ammonium hydroxide, that is NH4OH, and copper hydroxide, that is CuOH whole twice. This would be considered as weak bases. ठीक है, तो हम नेक्स्ट टॉपिक को डिस्कस कर रहे थे, दैट वाज व्हाट इज कॉमन इन एसिड्स एंड बेसिस. As we had discussed in the previous chapters of science that ions are the carriers of the charge. Yes, हमने पढ़ा है that ions can carry the charge from one point of the circuit to another point of the circuit. That means that ions are the carriers of the charge. ठीक है, how will we explain this? इसके लिए I will explain an activity here. You can see. For performing this, we'll take a beaker. Okay? We'll take a simple beaker and we'll keep a rubber cork at the bottom of the beaker. Rubber cork. Rubber cork का कोई रोल नहीं है, but we have to make electric circuit, जिसके लिए हमें electrodes की जरूरत पड़ेगी. और electrodes के लिए we can use a long iron nail. तो उन iron nails को fix करने के लिए we take this rubber cork. In this we will fix two long iron nails. These are iron nails which will act as electrodes in our circuit, and this is our rubber cork. ठीक है? Now we make a circuit. We take a wire. इस वायर को इस एंड से कनेक्ट करेंगे हम. यहाँ पे लगाएंगे हम बैटरी. ठीक है? From this battery we connect an electric bulb and a switch. And then we connect it to the another iron nail. So one iron nail will act as cathode and another one will act as anode. Now we will fill some solution in this. ठीक है, पहले हमने fill किया इसके अंदर HCl solution. That means HCl get dissolves in water because we know that acids produces ions in the presence of water. So we take some amount of water and add HCl in it. ठीक है, now we will switch the circuit on. जैसे ही आप इस circuit को on करोगे, you will observe that this bulb will start glowing. Why? Because when electric current will pass through it, this acid will produce H plus ion, and these H plus ion will carry the charge from one end of the circuit to another end, and the bulb will glow. ठीक है, बल्ब ग्लो कर रहा है, दैट मींस कि इसमें आयंस प्रोड्यूस हो रहे हैं, दैट मींस दिस एसिड इज एसोसिएटेड टू प्रोड्यूस आयंस. नाउ वी remove this aqueous solution of acid and we will fill aqueous solution of NaOH in the same beaker. We'll remove this and we'll fill aqueous solution of NaOH in the same beaker. Now again the same experiment will be repeated. What we'll observe that when the electric current is passed through the circuit, this bulb will glow. Why? Because again this base will dissociate to form ions and these ions will carry the charge and act as a conductor of electricity. Okay? Now third time we will repeat this activity by using glucose solution. Now what we are taking? Glucose solution. When we will fill glucose in this beaker, you will observe that when we pass electric current, the bulb will not glow. Reason? Because glucose is a covalent compound. हमने 9th class में पढ़ा था that covalent compounds are formed by the sharing of electrons. ठीक है? So they will glucose is a covalent compound which when dissolves in water do not produces any free ions. It do not produce any free ions. So because ions are not produced in the glucose solution, so this bulb will not glow. That proves that aqueous solution of acid and bases are good conductors because they both dissociate to produce ions. इसमें से क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है आपसे that glucose and alcohol both contain hydrogen but they do not conduct electricity or they do not show acidic character. Why? तो आप यही लिखोगे आंसर, because glucose and alcohol both are covalent compounds which do not dissociate in free ions when dissolved in water, and that is why they do not conduct electricity and they do not behave like acids. Okay, understood? Now our next activity है that acids produces ions only in the presence of aqueous solution. इसके लिए we perform another activity here. ठीक है? We'll take a conical flask here. This type of conical flask we'll take. We'll put a cork here. ठीक है? इस cork में दो holes हैं, तो हमने यहाँ पे एक bent tube लगाई है. This is bent tube where the space is there, and the one tube is there, or let it be, this is not such required. In this conical flask, we take some amount of sodium chloride. We take some amount of sodium chloride and pour acid into it. This acid is H2SO4. Okay? When this H2SO4 reacts with NaCl, then this NaCl reacts with H2SO4. It forms Na2SO4 plus 2HCl. ये acid है HCl. ठीक है? This acid in the form of vapors. In the form of vapors, this acid will be passed through this bent tube. इस bent tube में यहाँ पे हमने रखा हुआ है anhydrous calcium chloride. Anhydrous का मतलब होता है which do not contain any moisture. ठीक है? And calcium chloride, anhydrous calcium chloride का काम होता है that wherever you will keep this anhydrous calcium chloride, it will absorb all the moisture from the substance. So when this HCl gas will pass through this bent tube and it passes through anhydrous calcium chloride, so all the moisture present in the HCl will be absorbed. ठीक है? यहाँ पे इसके माउथ पे लगाएंगे हम एक ब्लू लिटमस पेपर. Blue litmus paper. This is dry blue litmus paper. Dry है, ठीक है ना? So when this dry HCl gas, जब वो HCl gas anhydrous calcium chloride से होके गुजरेगी, तो उसमें से सारा moisture absorb हो जाएगा and it becomes dry. And when that dry HCl gas comes in contact with the dry blue litmus paper, it will not change the color of blue litmus paper. क्यों? क्योंकि color सिर्फ तब change होता है when this acid will convert into ions. The acid will ionize to produce ions. और हमने पढ़ा है that dry HCl do not produce ions. So when this dry HCl will come in contact with the dry blue litmus paper, it will not change the color. Now what we'll do? We take this blue litmus paper and make it wet with water. ठीक है? जब आप उसको wet कर दोगे, then when this HCl comes in contact with the blue litmus paper, so because of the presence of water in blue litmus, it will take some moisture and ionize to produce H plus ion, and then the blue litmus will turns to red. So this activity actually proves that acid dissociate into ions only in the presence of water, only in aqueous solution. That is why in the lab as well, whatever solutions we will use, whatever acids we use, you have seen in the bottles, कुछ में लिखा होता है dilute acids, कुछ में लिखा होता है concentrated acid. जो भी acid हम use करते हैं, that is always in the form of aqueous solution. Dilute में the amount of water is more and the amount of acid is less, and in the concentrated acid the amount of acid is more and the amount of water is less. But we never use pure acid in the chemical reaction. We always use acids in aqueous form because only in the presence of aqueous solution it dissociates into ions and then it will show acidic character. Okay? Now the one more thing. Next topic topic is dilution of an acid. While dilution of an acid, why we mix acid into water, not water into acid. दैट मीन्स जब हम किसी चीज को डाइल्यूट करते हैं तो जनरली तरीका ये होता है कि हम उसमें वाटर ऐड कर देते हैं तो वो चीज डाइल्यूट हो जाती है, लेकिन एसिड को डाइल्यूट करते टाइम या बेसिस को डाइल्यूट करते टाइम वी ऐड एसिड इनटू वाटर, नॉट वाटर इनटू एसिड. व्हाई? बिकॉज डाइल्यूशन ऑफ एसिड एंड बेस इज हाईली एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन. हाईली एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन का मतलब है अगर आपने एसिड में ऐसे वाटर पोर कर दिया, देन एसिड में स्टार्ट्स बॉइलिंग, इट में स्प्लैश आउट फ्रॉम द बीकर एंड इवन द बीकर में बर्स्ट एंड यू कैन गेट सीवियर बर्न्स. सो बाय डाइल्यूशन ऑफ एसिड, आपको जितना भी वाटर ऐड करना है एसिड में, यू विल टेक दैट मच ऑफ वाटर इन अ बीकर एंड देन यू विल पोर एसिड ड्रॉप बाय ड्रॉप in the water with continuous stirring the solution so that the heat liberated in this process can be dissipated. ठीक है, तो इसमें आप क्या लिखोगे? Because dilution of an acid is highly exothermic reaction, so by dilution we never add water into acid because it may splash out from the beaker, it may burst the beaker and we can get severe burns. So by dilution we add drop by drop acid into water, drop by drop acid into water with continuous stirring the solution so that the heat liberated can be dissipated. Okay, like this dilution can be done. That's all for today. Rest we'll discuss into the next video. Okay, thank you.